All right, Caitlin Clark has been phenomenal after the Olympic break in those two games. The Fever are undefeated, with Clark putting up 52 points, 19 dimes. That was enough to break the WNBA rookie assist record with 232. So with 12 games left in the season, is Clark the clear front runner for Rookie of the Year, Rodney? What do you think?
Are we just talking about Rookie of the Year? Are we not? Are we not throwing her into the MVP conversation? Are we not ready to insert Caitlin Clark into the MVP conversation for willing this team into the playoff picture? Are we not trying to acknowledge that this woman who is first in assists, 11th in scoring, is the sole engine and purpose for this team having any level of success? Rookie of the Year is locked up. Now it's on the bigger and better, fam. I don't want to hear about no Rookie of the Year. There is no competition anymore. I'm sorry.
Did you just say MVP?
In
Over
the
Asia
conversation.
Wilson.
I didn't. No, that's
Okay.
see. I don't like that. Don't do that. That's not what I said. What I said was in the MVP conversation. Now in the NBA, right? We always talk about the top 5 MVP candidates. Jason Tatum was never going to be the MVP last year, right? It was really between SGA and Jokic, but at least his name was brought up in the conversation. And I just want to mention Caitlin in the same breath as those who are having an outstanding season. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine. I want to give a shout out though to the Fever team as a whole. I feel like they definitely made the most out of an opportunity. No, I'm serious because
I know
took
you
that
are.
Olympic break and they were in the gym. And the great thing is that none of their players were in Paris. So where some of the other teams, the bigger name teams, their stars were in Paris, the entire Indiana team was in Indiana putting in that work, and we can see it. The way that Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell have been connecting, I'm like, I've never, like, what is going on? They look really, really good. Caitlin has come into her game for sure in that break. I think that this Olympic break was the best for her overall, I feel like.
Yeah, you can tell her body feels recharged. Also want to give a shout out to Lacey Hull. That last game was incredible. I think she went like 6 of 7 from 3. Their team is playing well, still missing a lot of layups. Those 19 assists that you referenced earlier that Caitlin had really probably could have been about 30. But they're getting better. They might be around 42% on making layups right now. I think this team is dangerous. I was actually watching a clip of Sue Bird mentioning the Indiana Fever as a team she would not like to go up against entering the playoffs because of their pace. Their team gets up and down so quickly. Like, it really is amazing how Caitlin Clark is able to put pressure on defenses. Kelsey Mitchell is balling. She's fast as hell, and her outside shot is dropping right now. Just a really, really, really good game. Aaliyah Boston is rounding into shape as well. And so I would be really afraid if I was a team entering the playoffs having to go up against a dynamic, all-time legend like Caitlin Clark in a clutch and critical situation. She's 3rd in three-pointers made on the season, and the hype might not even be doing her justice. Like, she is the Wemby of the WNBA. The same way I felt about Victor Wembanyama for the NBA this past season is the same way I'm feeling about Caitlin Clark. They are both high impact rookies and for sure going to be legendary in both of their respective games. You got something to say. You got something to say, don't you? What?
Well, no, I was just gonna say that Vegas agrees with you. Like, they are now creeping up on those odds to actually win the whole thing. I think New York is their number 1 right now, which I don't.
Yeah,
I like that. I don't disagree with that. But the Fever are kind of creeping up. Do you agree with the Vegas odds that they have a shot now to win a championship?
Nah, they don't have a shot to win the championship because they have to be more consistent in making their layups. Okay. So until that happens, and I know I keep harping on that, but I really watch the games and they be smoking layups, and it is crazy. But I will say that they're playing better. They look good. They look like a real team. Christy Sides, who earlier in the season I was asking to be fired, looks like maybe some of her words are starting to, I don't know, have an effect of a positive nature on her team. But outside of the Fever, I do also want to shout out Gabby Williams. If y'all don't know, Gabby Williams played at UConn. She was on the Parisian Olympic team, led them almost to a gold medal. She is now back in the WNBA playing for the Seattle Storm, and she was too fine not to acknowledge. So I just wanted to say hello to her.
In Seattle, I mean, getting Gabby, they was already They was already up there.
It's a good pickup.
That was good. I like that.
It's a really good pickup for them. Yo, the WNBA season, like this last stretch of games, these next 12 games or so heading into the playoffs, it's high stakes. I'm actually really looking forward to watching more and more WNBA basketball, as I have been throughout the whole season. I just think that they're so competitive. There's so much parity and there's so much star power. And even if you don't know the names per se, like the games jump off the screen when you watch. Like it's really, really good basketball to watch. So I'm excited for the close of the season.
And it's only getting better as the season progressed. I think that was one of the things that was not the best about the WNBA, where they don't have a period to have like a true training camp and have a true like off season before the season starts. So that's a bad thing for the WNBA, but I think for a viewer it's great because like you said, once we get to the playoffs, these girls are like really locked in at this point. And so they kind of worked out the kinks that maybe they had earlier in the season, and we're really seeing like the best basketball.
Yeah, the only thing this league is missing is Samaria Terry covering games. We missing that. We need that. People need to see these shoulders and the collarbone and the trachea on camera.
See, you take the brace out and then you acting crazy. Y'all let us know down in the comments what y'all think. We're not listening to Rodney.